taught. So you are told there are some attributes which are multi-valued attribute. Now suppose if you have some multi-valued attribute, then how exactly that can be added? So even like there can be something like derived attribute too. Like for example, we use age, which is a derived attribute from for the given maybe birth date as a data value. Okay, so in today's session, we'll be mainly talking about arrays. So let me start. Is slide visible?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So like
Yes.
generally in C programming, we saw there's a standard called ANSI. There is also a standard called SQL 1999. So this was the first time when uh, arrays were supported in SQL. Okay, now let us directly jump to anyway. I will be adding this PPT or PDF rather in your Moodle course. But let us see like how exactly an array can be created. So you use this kind of square brackets rather. Okay, so create table, then you give class as a table, say table name, then your columns, and wherever you see that it is going to be an array. Okay, so you write text bracket, or even depending upon what is the type of your array. Suppose this would be a one-dimensional array, and if I want a two-dimensional array, then I would be using pair of brackets twice. Right. So let us try to create table like this. So I will take same definition so as to rather get an idea. Okay, this can be used as a sample for your case too. SQL. So let us say we are creating this. So secondly, I will add another definition, which is with the two-dimensional array. I will add this file for you peoples anyway, so that you can directly take it. Okay, seems I haven't copied the text. Copy. Yeah. Okay, so let me save this. Home within desktop array 0@1121.sql. Fine, and we'll try to execute this one only. Fine. So let me save this. Let me come out. So I will not get that execution. Why? Because we stored it in a different path. So if I write /i, then desktop, then you write the file name. So array.sql. So you will see that two tables are created. Fine. So if I write /d now, let us try to find out where exactly our tables are. Okay, we give names to the tables as class and exam. So let me write /d class. So it will look like something like this. And similarly, if I write /d exam, I should be able to see this kind of stuff. You may say like we have taken it as a two-dimensional, then why still it is showing me that way? Because we wrote this way, correct? So why it is still showing? Okay, we'll work out, because this is a kind of notation that it tells whether it is one-dimensional or two-dimensional. So if I write ds plus class, it tells you details access. Now access method is also given. access method is also given. So access method is heap. Fine. So if similarly I write exam, so it is extended type even text. Fine. Now when we work with both the things, like we have to understand now how the insertion would be. Right. So let us try to see. I will use the same file to work with. So I hope you must have seen what I did there. I created a table, okay, using which rather array. So we created two tables. One is class, other one is exam. Fine. Okay, so let us first write here drop table class drop table exam for simplicity, so that earlier tables also will get automatically deleted because we are storing this and I'm going to share this file with you all. Fine. Okay, so yeah. Now we have to add records there. Now how to add the records? So let us see. Now to add the records, like you have to make use of some method. Now this method would be like this. All elements of an array are inserted using SQL insert statement. One SQL insert statement in a single place. So an entry in an array is placed in braces. Like you have to make use of curly brackets. Okay. Braces are located between single quotes. Note this. This is very, very important. Braces are inserted in between single quotes, like single quote, curly, opening brace and closing brace, and then uh, like single quote complete. In an one-dimensional array, elements are separated by comma. So like for example, when you write single quote, your element 1, element 2, element 3, element n would be separated by comma. Fine. And again, same thing. If there's a character string, like for example, in our case, if I see this one, here we took student. So this my assumption is this is name, right? Name of the student. So that name, 1 minute, somebody is joining. I don't know who are they. Yeah, they must be from scientific community. Yeah. So you have to make use of double quotes there, like whenever a string is to be inserted. And it is very, very important. You have to note every array element would be inserted in a single quote and pair of braces. Fine. So like it will look like something like this: element 1, element n separated by comma. If there is a character string, then it is to be placed in double quote. But numeric types, we will not use any double quote. It would be separated by comma only. All elements of an array of a multi-dimensional array, like we had one another table, like we took one table where we had, like for example, this exam table contains a two-dimensional one. Fine. So every pair, every row per se would be written like this: element 11, 12, and so on. 1, 1, 1, 2, 1n, then 2, 1, 2, 2, 2n, and 1n2 and nn. Fine. Now let us see the example, then you will understand. So let me insert this one, for example. Okay, I will take this. Anyway, I have to make too many changes there, considering the comma that I copied from there. Okay, and you will understand that syntax. Okay, so let us make the changes. Single quote would be a problem creator most of the times throughout the editors rather every time. So you can see I have to make modification at every place. Let me not make it. Let me go directly to this single quote. And then you will realize like this, you can see why I'm replacing it. You can see that this is a black one, correct? This is not the black one currently. Fine, it is because of this single quote. Now you will see that it is corrected. So single quote is majorly a problem most of the times with respect to the editor that you are using. So it's an editor factor. So let us not much worry about single quote. Sorry, single quote, single quote, single quote. Done. Okay, so let us save this. Fine. If there are errors, we will work out. Okay. Majorly problems would be because of this double quotes only. Sometimes it may be a problem case. Okay, we will work out if at all there is an issue. So let us save. Let us come out. Let us go back. Let us let us execute the same thing, the file using slash I. Now it is giving you error because of this double quotes. Okay, so we have to correct it. Let us go to slash E, Control XF, home, Nitin, desktop, array.sql. Now let us make the change for every double quote. Now you can see because of the editors issue, you may realize that there is some extra character added. Rohit, Saurabh, Renuka. Yeah. Okay, done. So we have inserted first. Sorry, we have corrected the first one. Now let us go back to second row. We have to make corrections at every place. So I'm adding students for every course. Fine. In the class. So let us say CS101 and 105 are the two courses that I am adding data for. These are the students who I am registering with. Let us save. Let us come out. Let us fire again. Yeah, so still there is one problem in the first row. Okay, so let us go back and check. Yeah, Anushka. Yes, so we made the change. Let us go back. Execute. Yeah, so we are done. So if I write now select star from class, you can see how the record is inserted. Fine. So like we are having an array like for this year, for this CS105 course, we had these students registered. So you if I see say details of this structure or details of this table, I'll be able to see that I have created a students array using text. Fine. Which is helping me out to store information about all the students in one shot for the course in terms of registration. So either I have, if at all I have to make use of array, then I'll be using array like this. Now this is for one dimensional array. So what if I have to I have to insert records for two-dimensional array. So like if I see here, this is how it is shown. This is what we saw there, correct? Ganesh, Dayanand, Manisha, Vidya, Harshal, Gitanjali, Vinay. Correct. Similarly, Urvashi, Anusha, we have added for other course. Okay, so let us now insert into the second table called exam. This is our table exam. Okay, where we have taken this as a two-dimensional array. Though it shows you this way only. But at the time of definition, you have to write double brackets, pair of square brackets 2 times to show that it is a 2-dimensional array. Okay, but at the time when it shows this, the description of the description of the table, it will show you only once. Okay, because every array, like even whether you are talking about 2-dimensional, 3-dimensional, in memory it would be stored as a single contiguous location only. Okay, that's why this might be the notation that they have picked to represent the 2-dimensional array too. Okay, though like at the time of declaration only you have to say how exactly it would be. So let me do one thing. So let me go to desktop and then fire this PSQL so that I will not be expected to write again /e. So let me open that file. Tilde /desktop/. Now you will see here at the time of declaration or definition of this exam table, I have added square brackets, double square brackets, or pair of square brackets, so as to say that this would be my a 2-dimensional array. Fine. Okay, are you with me? Any question till this? At least for 1-dimensional array. You can simply write this way as well. Like if at all you want to add, insert into class values CS 301 2021 single quote curly bracket double quote, say Ramesh Surya Sunidhi, correct, and then suppose you are done, you close curly bracket, then single quote complete, and then bracket, correct. So if you save this, oh sorry, I made a mistake. Values. So if I fire now, select star. So I can see that this is the third row that got added. Any question till this time? Yes, please. If you have any query, you can ask me. Everything is fine. Okay, so let me move to now inserting data into a 2-dimensional column having 2 dimensions. Fine. Okay, so this was first. Now we have to inserting values into multi-dimensional array. So it would be like this. So it will look like something like this. So like for example, this is roll number of Urvashi. So as per the table definition. So if I write flash D exam, I have student ID, student name, and courses and grades. Fine. So let me copy this. So let us write. Okay, we will add here only the data. Okay, so let me copy from there so as to make the life simple. Anyway, I have to make changes rather. Sorry, Control Z. I have to make changes at every place for double quotes and single quotes. Yes. So now see the pattern that I am following to insert. insert into exam values. So numeric values would not have anything right now. We haven't taken any numeric value. So let us take this single quote, this double quotes, double quotes, double quotes, single quote. Similarly, let us take it for another row, insert into exam. So yes, so first of all, single quote, double quote. You can see that like it is shown differently. The quote symbol as I copied pasted from there. The font support might not be there because it is not in Unicode form. So that's why the major problem is. So this first dimension. Now I'm adding second dimension. Okay, so let us see now. Okay, there seems to be again probably some issue. Okay, yeah, for this. Yes, now let us save. Let us come out. So it inserted the records. Now if I see select star from class and select star from exam. So it will look like something like this. Fine. So if I write, let us remove that extra space added because of my mistake. Yeah. So this is how it looks like. And so you can insert records like this. Now deletion would be very easy. You would be using a particular column value there. Now, yes, definitely questions can be there. What if I have to delete one of the element? One of the element from this, like for example, if I have to delete one person from this group or array that is inserted, how can I do that? Same case possibly would be there for one of the records over here too. So what is to be done? Okay, let us see. Now this is the insertion. Now let us try to see how to retrieve. So elements of an array may be retrieved using like as a whole. That's what we saw. Select star from something. We got everyone using subscripts. Okay, or using array slices. Now, have you heard about slice? Think of like there is a bread. I mean to say the complete bread that you get. Whatever the bread that we purchase, it is a sliced one. Now think of this. It is a n-dimensional data of say big. Let us take a chain of say shops. Say for example, Reliance. Now what Reliance does is say Reliance in Aund, Reliance in Balewadi, Reliance Mall in some other area in Pune. They may have different offers at different shops. Okay, like I don't know whether have you heard about when exactly this data mining idea started. So Walmart you must have heard about. When they came up with a big shopping mall idea, the first thing that they saw, like they came up with an offer by analyzing the data of their customers. And the analysis was like this. Whoever used to purchase a beer at that time, everybody purchased, said a diaper. Now you may say this may not be having any combination. This may not be the good combination to purchase with, but they identified that like there are huge number of customers. Either they purchase diaper, and whenever they purchase diaper, they always purchase this whiskey bottle. Sorry, beer bottle. Okay, and same case like whoever purchased beer bottle always purchased this. So what they did was like whenever you are purchasing one item, other one was free. So how exactly they are coming up with these ideas, like what should be the offer on a particular item, which item can be sold a lot way. So what they do is they do come up with, like, if I think of a square, like like full square, okay, like a say bread. I cannot say square, but kind of, rather your CPU for a while. Think of your CPU, okay, a computer CPU. Now think of it as a 3D model. Now you want to cut it at one point. Okay, you want to retrieve that data only. So that is called as slicing. So there is a concept in data mining. You will definitely learn if you go to if you do some work into data mining or probably data science. There's a terminology called slicing and dicing, and this is mostly used with the databases. And a huge amount of data. Whenever you have huge amount of data and some decision making is to be done, at that time, every time you would be carrying out this slicing operation. Okay, now let us try to see how exactly I can retrieve this. So let me fire a command. Select, say, students from class where course ID equal to CS dash 105. So this is particularly when you are firing an element. Now I am not using any subscript here. This array is subscripted 0, 1, 2, 3, and so on. Correct? For every row, there is an array added. Correct? So can you think of this to be a multi-valued attribute? Actually, it is. Student is having multiple values. Now, when I say multiple values, you may mean it by like this as well. Select fname from customer. I don't mean this way. I mean multi-valued attribute in this way. This attribute is having multiple values in a single row only. It can be a student could be either of these who is doing CS 105. Right now we have all students here. Now, for example, if you pick your class size of say MSc or MCA, not everybody registered with ADC, not everybody registered with LLAP. It is a subset. So I can represent that subset by something like this. It is that attribute of registered student could be represented that way. Now, but you may say, like, why to use an array? Why not have another table created? Because we are taught normalization. Sometimes normalization may not be fruitful. Like I always used to ask this question earlier, like while I was in Jalgaon at North Maharashtra University, I used to always ask a question to the project in the project evaluations. Can you tell me what are the database that you have created, whether it is normalized or not? Even recall, like those who did your bachelor's project in BSc, some web application or something like this. Have you really normalized the database? So then you try to prove, yes, I normalized my database up to third normal form. But how many times exactly you will be doing that at your actual life, rather when you are working as an in industry? It may depend because you are not the one who is going to design the database. Somebody else would be doing that work for you. You have to only use the database. You have to only operate on the database. Sometimes your routine might be inserting, deleting kind of data. Correct. You may not be the one always who is going to create that structure. That would be designed by your system designers. Fine. So let us now see. So this is one query that I'm adding into chat box, so as to get idea of what kind of query I find. Rest I'll be adding that PPT. Sorry, and as well as what you can call it as. Yeah, I hope it will not work. So I may have to copy it. Okay, so you can use this query to search into the array. Now let us try to see another version of selection. Now if I have to make use of subscript, now I want student number 2, student in that array. Okay, say for example, if I write, I have this record. Now select students 5 from class where, let me see first, yeah, where course ID equal to CS-105. So you will see Renuka. Now let us compute. If I go with this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so that means it is not taking from 0. So if I write 0, then let us see what it shows. So that means your array subscript is starting from 1. So if I write 1, now I'll be getting first student, which is Urvashi. If I type 9, there is no student. So let me go to say 8. Yeah, there are 8 students that we have added there as a result. Correct? You can count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So this is the way that you can think of. So if I write, for example, okay, delete from class. Now what? How should I write it? Correct? I have to delete one name. Can we delete this way? Will work out. Let us see. Okay. Yeah. Now this is what we saw using single subscript. Now if I have to use double subscript, double subscript would be like this. So I would be using this way. Correct. So let us copy this. So selecting data from a two-dimensional array needs two subscripts. The first designates the array and second refers to the element. So you are having two arrays rather, correct? The find the second course and grade of student. So let us take this example. Sorry. So let me paste it. So we are talking about now Manisha. We want to retrieve course and grade from the student's data. You can see she got A grade. Now if I talk about select star from exam, where is Manisha? Here. And we wanted grade for 103. So 101, 103, 105. A, B. So if I write here in that query, 2, 3. So I'll be getting 105B. Correct? 105B. So how exactly I wrote the query? Think of this. Or let me copy this to there for your reference. So you can work with this way. So this would be like kind of insertion and selection. Now I'm putting a problem in front of you. Okay, which I am definitely trying to address. But let me go further. If the way that I was talking about slice. Now say for example, if I say your CPU is a kind of data, think of a CPU shape, a 3D model. Correct. Now I want sales of say Reliance Mall located in Aund for month of September or month of October, date to be 12. Now you are having too many restrictions. You are talking about area, then you are talking about a month, then you are talking about a particular date, then you are talking about particular time too. So now you have multiple things added there. So you are talking about creating a slice. Now how that slice can be taken? A slice would be represented like this: square bracket j colon k, where j to k would be retrieved. Fine. So if I try to fire this, select students 4 to 6 from class. So let us write subject name where course ID equal to CS 105. So if I say 3 to 6, now let us try to find who are the students. Yeah. So we retrieved from 3 to 6. 1, 2, 3. 3, 4, 5, 6. Can you see these all names? So this is slicing. You can have multiple dimensions too. Now it depends on how exactly your data is inserted. Now some support might be there. Sometimes you may not see the support at all by database system, depending upon the version that you are using. But at least from Postgres 9 to Postgres 14 right now, arrays are supported like this. Okay, so this would be a slicing concept. What we did for slicing, we used kind of range rather elements from index I to index j. So that means index I would be first, index j would be second. So you cannot reverse it. Sorry.
So why there is one empty array?
Where? Sorry.
Reason.
Let me check. Yeah, where?
Without where clause. Select student 3 to 6 from class only.
So if we write like this, na?
Without where.
Yeah, I will let you know. So if I write like this, correct, without where. So now I have written this. Fine. Now if I see here, sorry, without where, na?
You have executed.
Yeah. One minute. This one you are saying. Now see, these are your rows, correct? From the students. So first row is this. You are talking about this one only, na?
एक ऊपर गया था उसमें एक empty आया था last में.
Okay, let me check. So it may be because okay, I might have added 4 to 6 किया था क्या?
Yes.
शायद 4 to 6 किया था इसलिए because we I will let you know why it is like this. So 4 to 6. This one, na?
Yes.
यही वाला ना? Okay. Let me show you this. Now you will see like we have given range from 4 to 6. So now how many elements are there in that array? So we have 8. That's why 4 to 6 was picked. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Saurabh, okay, Renuka and Srimant are picked here, correct? From the first. Now second case, I think Vidya 1, 2, 3. Na? Vidya, Harshan and Gitanjali is picked. Now here we have only 3 values. We don't have fourth value, and columns or indexes or subscript we are given it for 4 to 6. That's why it is empty. Is that fine?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So slicing would be like that only. Now for that particular time, with the example that I gave before a while, you may see that there is no sale at all for a particular product. Okay, say for example, if we separate it from say 9 to 9, from morning 9 to evening 9. Now I am talking about now slots of 1 hour each. Now try to find out how many packets of Bonvita are sold within these time slots: 9 to 10, 10 to 11, 11 to 12, and so on till 20 to 21. Means 9 p.m., 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. in some cases you would be seeing empty data, correct? Because you that item is not sold at all. You are talking about Bonvita. So these may be the items that are sold at that particular time span. You may think of creating such a scenario too. Is that okay now?
Yes, sir. Okay.
Okay. Any other query, by the way? So this is slicing. Okay, now if at all I have to update. Now see this one. So array may be updated in a variety of ways. First is modifying value of an array element. Only one. Okay, one element from an array. Extending a one-dimensional array. So you can add probably. Okay, replacing the whole array with a new one. The new one can have different number of elements. So let me pick one by one these examples. Okay. So yeah, I'm only saving my time rather to demonstrate this. Now we never add a plus grade, correct? There. Now I am adding that a plus grade. So before this, what we will do is we'll write select star from exam to show you the details. This record. I made mistake. Oh, I think there is issue with my file only. Courses and grades. I have taken column as courses and grades. Set. Yeah. For Manisha, we are changing it. Array to grade 1. So we are actually changing this one. Okay, we are changing that A to A plus. So let me take C. Set course equal to C. Column C does not exist. Slide D exam. Column C does not exist. Why it is giving us an error? Update exam. Set courses and grades. Because it is a string, so that's why we have to insert into double quotes, where Right now, student name slash d exam where student name equal to Manisha. Courses and grades. Update exam. Set courses and grades. Oh. No. Slash e. One minute, let me check. Please hold.
तर सिंगल कोट दिल्यावर होतं.
सिंगल कोट दिल्यावर झालं. Oh, probably मी तो डबल कोट घेतलास. Yes, yes, yes. It must be double quote I have added. Yes. So let me write it as A now. So yes, so we got update now. Okay, so let me add it to A plus. A plus is not added. Yeah, you can see this. Okay, so we added it like this. So it should be single quote. Sorry, I'm my mistake. So slash e. I will add it here. Update. So it should be single quote. My mistake. I forgot that I made it at single quote, double quote. Yeah. Next thing, like let us work with this. If at all I have to update student name. Okay, we had 8 students. Let us add 9th student there. We are adding 9th student in the class. So let me paste it. So let us execute slash I. So we got everything now. So select star from student. Sorry, not class student, but class. You can see I added one element. Somejit. Okay, for like the update query that we wrote was /e. So we added it for CS105, the 9th student. Fine. So you can insert this way too. Like if at all you have to insert at a particular column. So if I write select star from exam, yeah, you can see that A+2, okay, which we added there. Fine. So this one was for insertion. Now, if at all you want to add or change completely the grades. So say for example in exam we had Urvashi, so we added only 105. So I want to add 1032. So how exactly we can do? You add this way. So again you do this update, copy, Control R/E, edit, paste. XC. Now we added this Urvashi and then so let us fire this. So now you can see that earlier we had one record only for Urvashi. Now we have 2 records for Urvashi. Fine. Okay, so this is update and the concatenation. You may try this. You can combine it. Only it is if you want to add this parameter like pipe, double pipe would be concatenation operation. So you can try this. Fine. So now even comparison is there for any. Now I am giving you one. You may say trial for you peoples. How to use delete with array. Okay, how to use delete with array. You have to try this on your laptops and particularly see whether can you